Manchester City thought they could afford to let Julian Alvarez go.
I mean, they're getting £80 million for their backup striker.
They saw him as a backup, a supporting act to Erling Haaland, someone who could step up when needed but never truly lead the line.
And unfortunately for Alvarez, he wasn't a starter.
But now, at Atletico Madrid, Alvarez is proving them wrong in spectacular fashion. With Diego Simeone's trust, he's gone from a rotational player in Manchester to the main man in Madrid.
But this guy, he's just dangerous, and he's a big miss to this Man City side.
Scoring crucial goals, leading the attack, and helping Atletico compete at the very top. He's thriving in a way that City never fully allowed him to. Did Pep Guardiola make a huge mistake? Did City let a future Ballon d'Or contender slip away? This is the story of how Julian Alvarez turned his career around and became the superstar City never truly appreciated.
Yeah, 100%. The money for Alvarez is outrageous. That fee represents someone who's a world-class striker. For me, he's not a world-class striker.
You serious?
Julian Alvarez's journey to football stardom began in Argentina. Born in 2000, Alvarez was drawn to football from an early age. His nickname, El Araña, the Spider, came from his uncanny ability to control the ball as if he had more than two legs, mesmerizing defenders with his dribbling and footwork. Even as a young boy, it was clear that he had something special. By the age of 2, Alvarez was already kicking a ball around. His coach, Rafael Varaz, recalls how referees would ask him before matches if the little spider was playing. His talent was undeniable, and by the time he was 11, he had caught the attention of Real Madrid. He was invited to train with their youth team and even participated in a tournament in Girona, Spain. Madrid wanted to sign him, but FIFA's age restrictions prevented an official move. Without the possibility of going to Spain, Alvarez returned to Argentina, where he continued developing his game at River Plate. Alvarez joined River Plate at the age of 15, later than many academy players, but he quickly made up for lost time. He continued to refine his technical ability, goal-scoring instincts, and his tactical intelligence of the game. His dream was to play professional football and one day share the pitch with Lionel Messi. That dream began to materialize as he broke into River Plate's first team. Initially, his rise was steady rather than meteoric. In his first 2 full seasons, he scored 12 goals in 48 games. But then in 2021, everything changed. Alvarez exploded onto the scene, scoring 24 goals in 46 appearances, including 18 goals in 21 league matches. His incredible season earned him a call-up to the Argentina national team, marking a brace against Croatia in the semi-final. His performance alongside Messi helped Argentina secure their first World Cup triumph since 1986. He wasn't just scoring goals. His work rate, press trophy, Alvarez had cemented himself as one of the brightest young forwards in world football. Following his World Cup heroics, the hype around Alvarez was crazy. Manchester City had already secured his signature in early 2022, but he had remained at River Plate on loan until the summer. When he finally arrived in England, he was joining one of the world's best teams, led by the best manager, Pep Guardiola. Before, they only knew Julian Alvarez as this young prospect that City had signed, but now the whole world had watched him win the World Cup with his idol, Lionel Messi. At City, Alvarez found himself playing alongside some of the biggest names in football, including Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland. Despite his undeniable talent, finding consistent game time was challenging.
But at some point, these guys, they know they're good enough to play week in, week out. But unfortunately, for the way things are at Man City, there are a few people who are never guaranteed that. And unfortunately for him, the person who he's playing up against essentially is Erling Haaland, somebody who scored nearly 100 goals in the last 2 seasons.
With Haaland as the team's main striker, Alvarez was often deployed in different positions, or used as a substitute. Still, he made the most of his opportunities. In his debut season, he played a crucial role in City's historic treble-winning campaign, scoring key goals in the Premier League, FA Cup, and the Champions League. He finished the season with 17 goals in all competitions, proving his value even in a star-studded squad. Despite his success at City across 2 seasons, Alvarez wanted to be the main man. In the summer of 2024, he made a bold decision to leave the Premier League and join Atletico Madrid in a blockbuster €95 million transfer.
The big price tag, 75 million just to start, could go up to 95 million. How much do you rate the player?
I think he's a very good player.
Is he worth that much?
No, I don't think he is. Whenever I've watched him play, you're impressed with his work rate and his versatility and what he offers the team. but I wouldn't say he's got one outstanding attribute. You can say, oh, he can go past people with ease, he's a great crosser of the ball, or he's a brilliant finisher.
Diego Simeone had been a long-time admirer of the Argentine forward, and he was seen as the centerpiece for Atletico's attacking rebuild. Initially, Alvarez faced some challenges adapting to Simeone's demanding tactical system. He was benched for the first league match and struggled to find the back of the net in his early appearances. However, things began to click when Simeone settled on a 4-4-2 formation, pairing Alvarez with Antoine Griezmann up front. The chemistry between the two was instant, and it wasn't long before Alvarez became Atletico's focal point in attack. He has been playing unbelievable and has established himself as one of Atletico's most important players.
They look to counter, they look for a set piece. They have Julian Alvarez now. That's a game changer. Griezmann, Julian Alvarez, and Sorloth. You can play them together. Sorloth can also come into the team and start, but there's options. They didn't have attacking options before, but Julian Alvarez has been an absolute game changer for Atletico Madrid because he can open up. He's very good at taking shots from outside the box, making runs in behind. He's been terrorizing teams, and I think that's been such a dynamic player that needed to be added to this roster, and Simeone now has his guy.
He has been scoring and creating chances across all competition, playing a key role in Atletico's Champions League and La Liga campaigns. One of his standout performances came against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League, where he scored twice, including a dramatic 90th minute winner. More than just his goals, Alvarez's relentless pressing, movement, and versatility have made him indispensable to Simeone's system. His ability to drop into midfield, link up with the play, and finish clinically inside the box gave Atletico a new attacking dimension. His work rate, reminiscent of a young Sergio Aguero, embodies the aggressive and hard-working attitude that Simeone demands from his players. Simeone has always been a firm believer in Alvarez's abilities. His connection to the player dates back to Argentina, where he had watched Alvarez's rise at River Plate. The Atletico boss saw him as a player who could not only score goals, but also contribute defensively, something that Pep Guardiola also admired during his time at City. However, Atletico's more direct and counter-attacking style suits Alvarez far better than Guardiola's possession-heavy system. At City, he averaged 52.9 touches per 90 minutes, while at Atletico, that number dropped to 44.1, showing his adaptation to a team with less possession but a greater reliance on transition play. Despite fewer touches, he remains a major goal threat. He has been absolutely dominating teams, especially in La Liga. Settling in Madrid was made easier by Atletico's strong Argentine group, including Rodrigo de Paul, Angel Correa, and Molina. Their camaraderie helped him feel at home, and he quickly became a fan favorite. However, his transition to Spain wasn't entirely smooth. He ran into some issues when paparazzi swarmed his home due to a scandal involving the previous owners of the house that he rented. He and his partner had to relocate to avoid the media frenzy. Despite these challenges though, Alvarez remained focused on football, determined to prove that he had made the right decision in leaving Manchester City. The move to Atletico gave him the starting role that he craved, and he has been thriving under the pressure. For Alvarez, this is only the beginning. He is just entering his prime year. His performances at Atletico suggest that he has the potential to be one of the best forwards in the world. With his goal-scoring ability, intelligence, and relentless work ethic, he is well on his way to becoming an Atletico Madrid legend. His decision to leave City and take on a new challenge was risky, but so far it has paid off. Now the question is, can he lead Atletico to La Liga glory? Can he deliver a Champions League trophy to the club that has fallen so agonizingly short in the past? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Julian Alvarez is no longer just El Araña from Argentina. He is a global star, and his story is far from over.